Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Today we're watching Angel's Egg, a 1985 movie by Mamoru Oshii. You know, the guy behind Ghost in the Shell, Bat Labor, and all those great films. So I'm quite excited. I know it's one of his earlier films, but I don't know anything about it. I've never heard about it before, but someone recommended to me, said it's very weird, but very good. I don't know if that's true. We'll see. But I'm quite excited. You know, I really love Mamoru Oshii. I think he's a great director. And so, you know, it's always interesting to go and see his earlier films. Now, if you're new here, my name is Francois. I'm a professional filmmaker and I love anime. So I decided to share that passion with you guys. All right, without any further ado, let's get started. It's very quiet right now. Okay, I understand now why it was quiet. I was not expecting that. Is that a dragon? I mean, that looks like a bird, but given the eerie vibe, I would guess that it's a dragon or something like that. Or maybe it's an angel. Maybe angels look like this. Who knows? Ooh. You see that vibe from the 80s? I quite like it, actually, because growing up watching animes in the 90s, obviously a lot of movies I watched back then had that kind of vibe, that kind of graphic style, so it brings back some memory from my childhood. So I have a soft spot for this kind of things, and I mean, look at it, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. The music is epic, eh? Ooh. Statues? Are there soldiers? No, they look like statues, eh? Looks like an eye as well. I'm guessing there's some symbolism in there. Can you imagine watching this? My god. This is a good question. This is exactly what I was wondering. Where is she? It looks like she's in a bed, but at the same time, there's ruins everywhere. I really like the vibe of this anime so far. It's both epic and mysterious. And also quite eerie. Oh, I really like the movement of the wind in her hair. It's simple, but so well done. Look how beautiful this looks. This is proof that you don't need crazy, complicated FX to make something really, really good. Especially when you think that all of this was animated by hands back then. Today we have computers and now AI, but back then it was a lot more work. Interesting that Tamago is written in hiragana rather than kanji. I'm wondering if there's a reason for that. If anyone knows Japanese culture and Japanese language better than I do, they can let me know. Because I'm learning Japanese, but I'm still somewhat of a beginner, so I don't know that many kanjis, and I still have a lot to learn. But I do know the kanji for tamago, for egg. That's why I was able to tell that it wasn't there. Man, I love the music so far, it's beautiful. If it's like this the entire movie, I'm gonna get the soundtrack after that and listen to it while I'm working or something. Or better, when I cook or clean, you know, make my cleaning sessions a little bit more epic. Yoshihiro Kano. I don't think I know him. Were that feathers? Like, is she an angel? Oh, this is so good. I love how she's really small and you can really feel the scale of the place. So far, everything seems so grand. The characters always feel very small in comparison to everything else. This is all so mysterious. But also very lonely. We've only seen 2 characters so far. It feels like this world is empty. Almost like humanity disappeared or something. Even the sheep at the beginning, they all look like statues. Wow. Once again, look at this. It doesn't look like much, but I'm sure that was a nightmare to animate. She's always glowing. This really makes me think like she's an angel. You know, I know Moebius, the legendary comic book writer. He was a major fan of Japanese animation. And one of the things he loved the most about it, he talked about it extensively in interviews, was how they look at simple things and always make it so beautiful. And this movie is a perfect representation of that. So far, we've seen just, a tree, a little lake, and it all looks so beautiful, like the hair. This is also one of the things I absolutely love about Japanese animation. They really get that animation is a visual art. It should really look beautiful. It should feel beautiful. Whatever style you're choosing, even if you're trying to show ugliness in something, there should still be like a strange quality to it. A strange beauty, I should say. Again, she looks very small in the middle of the buildings. And it's all empty. Oh, I love the framing of this. Once again, look how she's always perfectly in the middle of openings. Again, it's one of the first things you learn about photography and filmmaking. How to use openings to create depth and make your subject pop and create emotions. And this is exactly what's happening here. The photographer in me absolutely love this. Now the question is she looking for something or is she escaping something? Because she was running at the start and she's running again. Sounds like tanks or something. Is that what it is? I mean, that's weird. Yeah, that's a weapon, right? That's a tank. Is there a war happening? Is that why everything is empty? People just left? Oh my god, look at this shot. This is fantastic. It's so powerful visually. Okay, is there someone inside the tank? Ooh, that's a character we saw at the beginning. Who is he? Is he controlling all the tanks? Wait, are the tanks alive? Somehow? That's what it felt like. It's funny because he looks scary, but at the same time, I have a feeling that he's not a bad guy. But maybe I'm completely wrong, and you're laughing at me right now. That said, her reaction is completely understandable. I was just thinking about that. I was almost gonna say, just a second ago, like, is she eating? Because we've seen her drink water, but we haven't seen her eat anything. And see, once again, everything is... I mean, it's not just empty. It seems like it's been vandalized. The lights are still on, though. Is it electricity? Does it work by itself? I love this effect. I love the way the film is playing with sound and music. Again, like we see soldiers, but they look like statues. Are these the signs of a battle? Okay, clearly something absolutely terrible happened to this place. How come there are the only two people there? Are there others? What's on his shoulders? Is it a weapon? It looks like a weapon. Oof. Okay, so maybe I was right in thinking that he wasn't a bad guy. Well, not really. If you do it too early, you're not gonna know what's inside. And clearly a much better way is just to wait for it to open by itself. But maybe I'm being too rational and there's more meaning to what he just said. I feel like you could stop on literally any shot of this film and made a wallpaper out of it. This is so beautiful. Once again, looking really small. I feel like this is one of the themes of this film. Like, what reason do you have to not trust him? If he wanted your egg, he would have taken it already. I like the symbolism of how she's holding the egg as if she was pregnant. I think this is quite powerful. Okay, he looks really creepy actually, so I'm really torn on how I should feel about this character. Which I'm guessing is exactly the point Mamoru Oshii was trying to make. Look at the hair, they're always so beautiful. There has to be a reason why they worked so hard to animate the hair. One broken, one not. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, but still thought it was interesting. Because usually those little choices mean something. People often think that, oh, you know, directors, they don't think of everything, but usually they do. I mean, obviously they don't think of everything, but when you have something so clear, usually there's a reason behind it. Why does he insist on following her, even though she doesn't want to? Okay, this is the first time we see other characters running, but they have absolutely no color. You know, it's funny, I almost said it earlier that their weapons look like fishing rods. But I thought, nah, that's ridiculous, I'm being stupid. I should have said it. Whoa. Wait, is the fish under the surface? No, it has to be... Wait, are these guys running on buildings? What is happening? This took a really weird turn very suddenly. And it's so strange how all these soldiers suddenly started running, but they have absolutely no color to them, like they look like robots or something. Unless, of course, it's a deliberate choice to make the two main characters stand out in a sea of, well, we would call them NPCs today. She really looks like an angel, eh? The glow around her. She looks very pure. White hair, white skin. The question is she really an angel? Or is it all more symbolic? I guess we'll know by the end of the movie. At least I hope so. Because knowing Mamoru Oshii is capable of not giving us any answers. See, I love this. Look at the colors. Everything has been so grey and dark so far. Except for the two main characters. And look at this. Suddenly, there's color. And not just a little bit of it. It's like it's flashy and bright. So good. You know, as a photographer, this is one of my favorite tricks, using reflections. Some people don't like it, they think it's cliche, but personally I love it. Okay, I really need to know, what are these fish? Why are they trying to catch them? And where are they? Given their shadows, it would make sense that they're flying in the sky. I don't understand what they're doing, because clearly it's not working. What's the idea here? I'm guessing there's some symbolism in there, but either it hasn't been explained yet, or it's going way over my head. If that's the case, please explain in the comments. Thank you. Oh, they're going back. Now I'm really wondering, what are they looking for? What is she looking for and what is he looking for? Because it doesn't seem to be the same thing. I'm not sure why he's following her. He didn't promise. Or if he did, we didn't hear it. This looks like a creature. Was it a fish? Or a dragon? You know, I suggested a dragon at the beginning of the movie. Maybe I was completely off. Or maybe I wasn't. Who knows? Whoa. What is this place? They look like the bottles she had. And the one she found. Again, look at this skeleton. Is this place made of like the skeleton of a giant beast? Or several of them? Or is this place alive in some capacity? This looks like a dinosaur. Or a bird. But birds and dinosaurs are related, so... Did she bring every single one of his bottles? So that would take ages to do so. Is this from the Bible? I'm guessing it is. So I have not read the Bible, so... Ah, yeah, okay. So it is from the Bible. Or at least inspired by the Bible, if it's not a direct quote. Just like these characters. I mean, there really are bottles everywhere. If she didn't bring all of them, then who did? Okay, this is an angel, I'm guessing. Oh, is this the Ark? Noah's Ark? You know, it's interesting because if angels have wings, then it, in a way, would make sense that they're born from eggs. But at the same time, they have a human appearance. So you can see the link between her acting as if she was pregnant with the egg and the egg. So you've got both the symbolism for the wings and for the human body. Interesting how she learned to trust him. Should she, though? Is he finally going to answer? That's a fair question as well. Because after all, we know nothing about either of these characters. This is such a beautiful shot, I love it. The contrast between light and darkness, and him being seated and her being laying. Fantastic. Is the flood coming again? Is that what's happening? Is that why it's been so dark since the beginning? Why there's been clouds everywhere and raining pretty much the entire movie? This is a very long shot. I know Mamoru Oshii loves to do, you know, very contemplative movies. And I don't mind having a shot that's maybe a little bit too long sometimes, but this is overdoing it right now. I don't see the point of this. Okay, the fire stopped. Is he going to steal the egg? Or break it to see what's inside of it? Okay, so he does want to break it. But why? I just realized that his weapon looks like a cross, like a Christian cross. I feel stupid for not having seen this before. I should say noticed this before. Is he the devil? Like, is she an angel and he's a devil or something like that? Okay, if he really destroyed the egg, I feel like this is going to be really sad right now. Really heartbreaking. Wow. This is haunting. Shit. But why do you do that? There has to be a reason. Again, the only one I can think of is that she's an angel and he's a devil. That would match also with the fact that she's a kid, so she's innocent, and he's an adult, so he's not so innocent. I'm talking in terms of symbolism, of course. Reality is obviously a lot more complicated. Ooh. More eggs. Again, you can see the framing. Frame within a frame. Okay. Is this actually from heaven? Like, are all the statues angels? Which makes me think, maybe she's God. God giving birth to humanity, giving birth to everything else. This looks like Earth. I can see the curvature, but maybe it's just my imagination. Actually, I don't know what it is. I said it looked like Earth, but actually I don't know anymore. Oh, is it the Ark? No. No, that can't be because he was standing on it. And we saw that big machine/eye coming out of it. Alright, that was an interesting film. I quite enjoyed it, but I have to say, I understand why it was forgotten, because this film feels very much like a student film. A very good one, mind you, but still a student film. It has all the trademarks of it. A paper-thin plot, full of symbolism and, you know, important topics about religion and the human condition and all this kind of stuff, and shots that are excessively long and overstay their welcome. All of this, I've seen it in so many student films, you have no idea. So, of course, Mamoru Oshii being a genius, his student film is head and shoulders above the ones you would usually see. But it's still not very good. You know what I mean? It could still be a lot better. And you can see in this film all the quality that will make his future movies absolutely fantastic, like Ghost in the Shell, for example. But in this one, it's not quite there yet. I think if you removed maybe 20 minutes of the film, or if you added just a little bit more plot, it would be fantastic. It could have been a masterpiece, but as it is right now, It's a fantastic eye candy, and I think it has a lot of interesting ideas. And I would love to rewatch it again, maybe someday in the future, and try to analyze some of the symbolism. Because now that I see what he's trying to do with it, all the religious undertones, I would probably spot a lot of things that I missed while I was watching the first time. So I think that would be interesting, but still, it's not really sufficient as a standalone film to really stand the test of time, and that's probably why it was forgotten. That being said, this film does have a lot of quality as well. I mean, some of the shots, you can see the patience that they went into making the shot absolutely beautiful and mesmerizing, and I absolutely love this. I also loved the work on the sound. And this might actually surprise you, but this is probably my favorite thing about this film. The sound effects, the way it plays with silence, the way sometimes a sound effect is not what you would expect. For example, when the barrel falls on the ground and instead of hearing the sound of the barrel hitting the floor, you hear the bell. I thought that was fantastic. Or the moment she's screaming, you know, there's silence. You're like, what is she gonna do? What will her reaction be? And suddenly, a scream. Fantastic. I absolutely love this. This is the mark of a great director in the making. If I had to recommend this film, I would recommend it to anyone who loves Mamoru Oshii and wants to see where he comes from and how his style evolved over time. Alright, that's it for my reaction today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this movie, what your interpretation of it is, or if you have any fun facts about the film. I would love to read all of this. Alright guys, I'll see you next time for another reaction. Cheers!